Today we will be going over all known mini Easter eggs in Citadelle de Morts. A new free perk Easter egg was just discovered, and it involves the raven you need to shoot in order to get the incantation for the raven sword. To do this, you're going to first want to activate Pack-a-Punch, then you're going to want to go to the jail cell that you activate the Easter egg with. Once you open this little window, the raven will be in place. To shoot it, you can go down the sewer and you will see it sitting on the ledge here. You can shoot it as you are going down, but if you would rather not waste the points, you can throw a grenade up the well from the bottom. As you can see here, I cooked it a little bit and then threw it. It was able to knock the raven off the ledge and it went flying up. Normally here you would shoot the raven, but in this case you do want to let it keep flying. You want to follow it around until it actually drops the perk. I've heard that it takes 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but for me in this game it took a while, about 5 minutes actually. I'm not sure if I was doing anything wrong. I did have to end a round, maybe that had something to do with it. But try to make sure you open that route around the map first, and also try to do this when there was only one zombie remaining. It'll be much harder to do if you try to do it in the middle of the round like I did. After some time of following it, it will drop the perk and you can now pick it up. Moving on to the next one, we have the free Mr. Peaks perk. For this one, you're going to want to shoot Mr. Peaks in 4 different locations, and it has to be in this specific order. First one can be found in front of Elemental Pop. You're going to look through this window here and you'll see him floating in the sky. It might take a few shots. For me, it was kind of hard to hit him, even when you're aiming right on him. For some reason, the hitbox is kind of weird. Just keep shooting. Eventually, you'll hear music play and he'll disappear. Also, if you decide to go around and try to shoot him from the outside, you actually will not be able to see him. You have to shoot him from these specific angles. Once you do hit him, he will do a little dance and you can see him from the outside. That's how I was able to see him here. Next one can be found in the stable near Deadshot. Inside the stable behind the mystery box, there's a crack on the wall on the top right. Aim through here and you will see another Mr. Peaks floating in the distance. There appears to be a broken hole in the wall that he's just sitting and dancing. Again, you're going to want to shoot him, might take a few shots, and just wait till he disappears. Third location, which is the hardest one to see, is all the way in the top of this tower. You're going to want to go to the top of the stairs in the knight's room on the opposite side of Vulturade and look up here. They'll be on the windowsill as you see here. It's very far and I recommend using something with a big scope. If all you have is an automatic weapon, I recommend just shooting a bunch of times until you get lucky and hit them. After you get this one, you will head down to where Quick Revive is. In one of the jail cells, you'll see a Mr. Peaks laying on a bed. That will be an easy shot you can hit and then he will give you a free perk. The next mini Easter egg is the Bartender one, which gives you the free PHD flopper. You're going to want to collect 3 different bottles. First one can be found near this orange couch in the knight's room. You'll see it under this table as shown here. Also, all of them do happen to be near couches, so keep that in mind. Next one can be found in the Stamina room, again across from this couch here, directly in front of Stamina. And the last one can be found underground in the pool room, again near this couch here. It'll be again under this table. Once you have all 3 bottles collected, head back towards spawn and go behind the bar, and you will want to interact with this tray to begin a little mini game. Zombies will begin to come up to the bar and they will have a specific color that you have to match with one of the drinks. Try to do this for as long as possible. I'm not sure how many you need to serve. You do get points as you continue to do this, and you have to hit a certain amount to earn the PHD flopper. Leaving behind the counter or taking too long to serve a zombie will have you fail. Also, be careful not to get overrun when it does end. Be prepared to have to defend yourself. It can end spontaneously. Just be prepared. Also, I do recommend doing this one first before the other random perks, as you can get PHD from one of the random perks, which will make this one basically useless. It's still good for the free points, but we really just do it for the PHD. Next, we have the Lockdown Easter egg. This one is kind of annoying to do because you have to get up to the point in the Easter egg where you match the symbols on the wall and have all 4 incantations. So if you do decide to do this one, you might as well just go ahead and do the entire Easter egg because you're basically already there. But again, once you have all the incantations and you entered the code on the wall revealing the book, you will now want to fire all 4 incantations at the wall as you see here. Once you fire all 4 different ones, a lockdown will begin where you will fight through 3 different waves of zombies in the small pool room area. It's not that bad as there is a lot of room to work around. Just try not to get too comfortable and make sure you're well prepared to take these guys on. At the end, you will get a bunch of free loot as well as a free perk if you complete it after round 16. If you complete it at round 16 or before, I believe you may not get a free perk. Moving on to the Rat King Easter egg. You're going to want to be in spawn and shoot this window out here and pick up this block of cheese. You will then want to find 10 different rats around the map that you want to scare away. You can simply just go up to them and they will run away. First one can be found near the left side gate at spawn behind the gobblegum machine as you see here. Second one will be found to the right of spawn underneath this van here. The third one can be found in front of Deadshot Daiquiri as you see in this little hole right here. The fourth one can be found near the cannon underneath these stairs. The 5th one can be found near Juggernog and in front of the Knight's Room main entrance underneath this chair. The 6th one can be found in the Knight's Room near the Dear Knight underneath this pallet. The 7th one can be found in the jail cell area near Quick Revive. As you can see, there was a zombie in the cell with the rat. Just go ahead and walk up to it and scare it away. The 8th one can be found in the underground pool room next to this mystery box here. The 9th one can be found looking at stamina up towards the left. You'll see these bunk beds and a bench in front of them. It'll be under there. The 10th one can be found in the alchemical room behind this stone tablet. If you don't know where the alchemical room is, it's a room that opens up behind the Raven Knight once you complete Pack-a-Punch. And once you have all 10 rats collected, head down to where Pack-a-Punch is and you'll see this plate in a corner. You can place the block of cheese on the plate and then a bunch of loot will spawn. A random perk can spawn, it's not guaranteed, but you can get lucky. Overall, there will be a bunch of high-end loot. You also don't need to find all of the rats to get any type of loot. You can find a few and still get some loot, it just will not be as good. You will also be able to pick up this crown, which is why we call this the Rat King Easter egg. As of now, it's purely cosmetic. We don't know if it does anything. Moving on, we have 2 song Easter eggs. First one can be played by finding 3 Mr. Peaks headphones, which first one can be found on this table in the bar area near spawn. Second one can be found going up the ramp from Speed Cola in this corner as you see here. And the third and final one can be found in the pool room to the left of this couch on the floor. And once you activate all 3 in any particular order, the song will begin to play. Moving on to the next song, we have the fire song. Once you have the fire sword, you will want to go back and activate the 3 fires that you used to get the sword in the first place. The first one will be found on the castle wall to the left of the cannon in this corner right here. The second one will be found near spawn in this corner over here. And the third one can be found towards the left side of spawn when looking at the castle. You just go through here and you'll see this one here and just hit it with the sword. Once all of them are activated, another song will begin to play. This is a good transition into the fireplace Easter egg. You can use the sword to activate different fires. Also, you can use any type of fire, so it can be Molotovs, incendiary grenades, or whatever. But to do this Easter egg, you will want to activate 4 different fires. First one is going to be found in the Knight's Room under Vultureade. Second one can be found in the alchemical room near the arsenal. Then the third one can be found in the stamina room in this corner here. And the fourth one can be found all the way back in spawn inside of the bar next to the arsenal. Once you activate the last one, you can do this in any order. The fires will begin to shoot out some type of fire beams, taking out many zombies at once. I know this can be activated more than once throughout a game. You just have to wait a few rounds in between. Next, let's go over all the power-up locations. The first one's the Insta Kill. You can find this right in spawn. All you have to do is go down the stairs towards the basement of the bar and look above the sewer as you see here. The next one will be the max ammo one, which you can find to the right of Speed Cola underneath this antenna. The 11th one will be the nuclear power-up, which can be found if you go over here in front of Deadshot near this fence. This one's pretty hard to see, but just trust me, it's right there in that corner. It will probably be easier to see in your game. I'll also show the map locations for some of these if they're a little hard to spot. The next one is the max armor one, which you can find by going in front of the dragon statue that you use to get the dragon sword. It'll be up there at the very, very top. The full power one can be found on the other side if you go into the Knight's Room next to that single chair by itself. Just stand around here and you should be able to see it behind one of those broken wooden planks. Then in the alchemical room behind this window, you will see a double points hidden in the very far left. Make sure you're standing on the far right of that window. It might be kind of hard for you to see. I had to change some settings for it to be visible. If you're not able to see it, just try to throw an explosive in that area and you will also be able to hit it. And then whenever you activate that double points, make sure to come grab this bonus points down here behind the couch. There might be a box in your way. Just break that by either shooting it or meleeing it. And once you get all the power-ups, a fire sale power-up will spawn inside the wishing well. But yeah, to get that one, you have to make sure you do all of them first if you really want that fire sale. Which this is a good transition into the wishing well Easter egg. To do this one, you will want to wait for a bug round. Once a bug round begins, you will just throw a grenade into the wishing well and 1,000 points will pop up, including an intake form. But wait, it's not over yet. You can actually deposit points into the well. And you might be like, well, why would I want to do this? There's 2 reasons. First one being that you can share points with your teammates. And the second one being that you can double the points that you put in. So first of all, know that you cannot take the points back out until another bug round, but you can continue to deposit points during any round, and you can only deposit a maximum of 10,000 points. The best way to double your points is of course first deposit 10,000 points into the well, Then you're going to want to wait for another bug round, throw a grenade in and have the points fly out, then activate a double points either through a gobblegum or the free one that I showed you earlier. The best way to do the free one is have a C4 right next to it so that you can blow it up from a distance and the double points will spawn right on you. Then pick up the double points and then pick up all the points on the floor and you will have 20,000 points. I did try to do this with profit sharing as well, and unfortunately that did not work, so keep that in mind. Next, we have the chest piece Easter egg. You will want to find a knight located around the map. There are 4 different locations. The first one is in front of Elemental Pop on this table here. This is where it was in my game. The next one can be found going up the stairs to the right of the statue heading towards the knight room. It'll be found on this table here. And if it's not there, another location is in spawn underneath the bar near these bottles as I'm showing here. And if it was none of those, then it has to be near Quick Revive on this table that you see here, directly in front of Quick Revive next to this trap. Once you have the piece collected, head towards the chessboard in front of Stamina, interact with it and your piece will begin to float around with a circle around you. Just kill enough zombies in this circle and you will have your own knight to protect you. This ghost chest piece is really cool to have and it does kill some zombies. It's not the most overpowered thing, but it is pretty neat. It'll stay with you for a few rounds. I'm not sure if it's time-based or round-based, but I did have it for a few rounds in my game. Just don't be too dependent on it as it's not very strong, but it will stick by your side for a good minute. Next, we have the Maya cutscene Easter egg. To do this, you will have to go into the game as Maya. You can't be any other character, and you will want to go up to this door next to Vulturade. Interact with the door on the radio, and you will begin to talk on the radio. You will convince somebody to unlock the door for you, and you will hear the door literally unlock, and then you can enter the door. Once you enter the room, you will get bombarded with vermins. Be careful right here, as if they do gather up on you, they can do a lot of damage at once. But get through here and you will find a room with 2 doppelgasts. One will be pretty easy to kill, the other one's a little bit more difficult. Once you take them both out, one of them will drop a key. With this key, you're going to take it straight to this door over here, and you're going to just head down the stairs and the cutscene will begin to play. For this one, I really just recommend coming in well prepared. I did almost die, as you guys can see. Really was just missing armor plates. You basically just need a pack-a-punch gun, basic perks, and some armor, and you'll be more than fine. Next, we have the cannon Easter egg. Whenever you first launch the cannon, the wheel you use to turn it will go flying away, as you can see here. You're going to want to go pick it up back in spawn. You can take the cannon if you want to get there faster. You'll see it in the back over here inside of one of these fruit baskets on the side. Just go ahead and pick that up, then head literally all the way to the complete opposite side of the map where you have Vulturade, and underneath that you'll see this jerry can next to this light where you'll pick up this blowtorch. Now you have all you need to fix the cannon. Head back to the cannon and put the handle back on, and you'll be able to rotate the cannon to shoot yourself into the castle or back to spawn. Now another bonus Easter egg here is that you can actually launch into the tower. I'll show you guys what that looks like here. I did try to do it in my game but failed very late and got frustrated as it does take a really long time, because to do it you have to launch yourself in the cannon 100 times. You have to get 50,000 points and take the time to launch yourself 100 times. And I was about 70 launches in and then lost in my game, so I got mad. And it's definitely an Easter egg not worth doing, because all you do is launch, hit the tower, and it'll attract all the zombies for a short period of time. You'll get some monkey bombs, and that is literally it. There might be a continuation to this Easter egg, who knows, but that is how you do it. After you fix the cannon, you literally just want to take the time to launch yourself 100 times. If you have friends in your game, you can have them do it as well, just so it goes by faster. If you do plan on doing this, I recommend having the PHD flopper augment that has you slide faster, as well as having stamina up. It'll be very useful. And then finally, we'll end on the pool points like every other map. You just shoot the pool balls and get 100 free points. Hope you guys found this video useful. Make sure to subscribe for more straight to the point Easter egg guides like this. And until next time, love you. See ya.